Hello everyone. My question for you today is, what is better, surveillance camera or a live officer? Or both? Well, I think both. And I want to talk to you about a recent escape today that prompted me to ask this question. There's a dangerous inmate that escaped from a Pennsylvania jail, the Warren County Jail in Pennsylvania, using ropes to escape. When I say ropes, made a rope out of bed sheets to escape from the jail. And there was a surveillance camera inside the gym at the jail. But that did not do the trick, folks. That's what I want to talk about today. Hi, I'm Gary York, True Prison Stories. Please subscribe if you like this video. You know, when I saw this on the news tonight, that he was in the gym and he was doing pull-ups, and then he used an exercise machine to elevate himself up to the roof level and then exit through a metal grate, and then take the bed sheets as a rope to escape down out of the jail. It raised a lot of serious questions, and he was just captured, I think, May 11th in South Carolina, and he's also wanted for homicide. He was in jail for arson and burglary here in Pennsylvania, or there in Pennsylvania, and he's also wanted for homicide and kidnapping. He's known to have survival skills in the woods. You can see him here when he was captured in South Carolina. You know, not only is it costing taxpayers a lot of money, but more important, lives are in danger with this guy loose on the street. So why was he missed leaving the gym? Well, let's give some reasons why that the investigation will answer the questions, but let's give some questions we're going to ask. Were the officers monitoring the surveillance camera in the gym? Do they have other areas they must monitor as well by the surveillance camera? And were they looking at another area? Maybe something was going on in another area. Now, I'm not making excuses for the officers, but look, we have to look at every angle. Did the officers just not watch the surveillance camera? Were the officers busy with another call? Were the officers, was there one officer? Was there two officers responsible? So those officers are going to be questioned during the investigation. How did the inmate get all these bed sheets? Because he escaped through the gym, remember, but he had the bed sheets with him to make the rope. So did he hide them previously? Possibly went to the gym, elevated himself up and hid them up there prior. We'll learn that after the investigation, hopefully. And then come back another day and elevate himself up and then make the escape. So a lot of questions to be answered here, but security is going to be asking a lot of questions. The dorm officer is going to be asking a lot of questions. You know, the dorm officer is going to want to going to be questioned about, are you doing your rounds? Are you doing your searches? Are you making sure they don't have more bed sheets than they need? Of course, he could have got bed sheets from other inmates who helped him escape as well. We need to find all that out and charge them as well with aiding in an escape. Let's don't just let them slide if they did offer their bed sheets for his help to escape. Was there a lookout in the gym? What about the other inmates in the gym with him? Let's isolate them, separate them from each other. Let's question all the inmates that were in the gym with him. Okay, every single one knows he went up and elevated himself up through there. I'm not sure how many inmates were with him, obviously. It wasn't there. I thought the article said he might have been in the gym with 2 or 3 other inmates, but, you know, I don't want to go by the article. I want to go by what was really happening, so we'll have to look at logs and records. I hope that the jail has a log, because we had a log. We had to write down 9 inmates to rec, or 9 inmates to the gym, when I worked at the jail. And then their names had to be logged in as out to rec, out to gym, however you do it at your jail. Let's get that log and separate every one of those inmates, question them. And I always went a step further. I would search every one of those inmates' property to see if any of these guys were his buddy. Michael Charles Burham, by the way, is his name. And I would see what we could find out from those inmates. I would be checking phone calls and phone records, obviously, recorded phone calls. I would be checking mail. I would be checking his family history and his classification. You know, he's dangerous, wanted for homicide. What's he classified as? Does he need to have a real live officer in there? And that gets back to my question. What is it better to have a live officer inside that gym? I know a lot of jails sign them out to rec, sign them out to the gym, and let them all go in there. And you can either see them from the control room. I like that better because this is a live officer that can see them from the control room. I don't like it when we just have a surveillance camera only watching. I like the combination of a surveillance camera and a live officer watching the gym or the rec yard. I'm old school, but I think it's always best. Because come on now, let's be real. If a live officer was watching this gym, either from above in the control room or in the gym, this would have never happened. But with the surveillance camera, it happened. I'm just throwing out some food for thought, folks. Surveillance camera versus live officer, or both. Let me know what you think. Let me know why you think a surveillance camera is enough, if that's what you think is enough. Obviously, it was not enough in this case. Or if you think a live officer is better. Thank you. Gary York, True Prison Stories. Please subscribe. And let's hope they catch this guy soon before he hurts somebody else.